This episode of The Direction is brought to you by Alabama 811. Know what's below, call before you dig. You're gonna be a movie star today.
I reckon so. I used to be behind that camera all the time.
This is the fun side right here.
Look how big that thing is, Mark.
Long arm it as long as you can.
There you go.
Now you're making TV.
There you go.
You know what that is?
That's a saw guy.
Saw guy.
That's a toothy critter.
There we go. Oh, look what I got now.
Catch your
Look,
white.
I got me a white bass. You want to take somebody out and have a lot of fun with kids, come out and catch these whites. Oh my goodness, they are a blast. Fun to get out on a home body of water.
I know.
I've never, like I said, I've never come up here bass fishing and filming up here. Look at that.
Right there.
Kind of like me and you. See, skinny. Skinny.
Skinny fat, is that what you're saying?
Everyone has a story. Sometimes it's about catching monster bass. Now that's a studly mudly, baby. And sometimes it's about life's lessons. Every story is as unique as the person who tells it. So join us as we make some new friends, reunite with some old ones, catch a few fish, and share a story or two. I'm Mark Stowe, and this is The Direction.
This week, Mark brings The Direction to his home waters for one day of fishing with special guest Trenton Estridge. Trenton's father and Mark tournament fished back in the day, traveling across the U.S. Trenton and Mark pack up in the garage and head just up the road to Taylorsville Lake to snag some fall bass. Trenton's actually won tournaments here, so between him and Mark, they know this lake like the back of their hand.
All right, folks. Well, this morning I'm sitting in my own garage, getting ready to, head right up the road to Taylorsville Lake in Kentucky, and it's fall time, folks. And if you know anything about fall time fishing, that can mean a little bit of fun. But the real fun of this is I've watched this young'un right here, Trenton Estridge, literally grow up before you was born.
Yep.
And known your daddy and fished with him. And he's actually filmed with me, traveled with me. And now guess what? I have never filmed a bass fishing show on my home lake.
Taylorsville.
That's it. And me and you fished it a lot of days together.
We
a
have.
few high school,
Yeah.
we went up and fished a few Tuesday nighters together when you was in high school. Of course, Dad's running the tournament trail now, which I think is crazy.
Him and Jared.
But I'll go with that.
Oh, he enjoys it. He enjoys it.
So anyway, we're going to be on my home lake here in Taylorsville, Kentucky, doing a little fall time fishing with Trenton Estridge right here, folks. So y'all want to stay tuned for some fun? It's about ready to happen.
Let's go.
Trenton, sun's coming over the hill, and it's about time to put some baits in the water, youngster.
Let's do it. Go catch a few fish.
You're gonna be a movie star today.
I reckon so. I used to be behind that camera all the time.
This is the fun side right here.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
There's nothing better than a brisk morning. I love it when you get out here in the fall and you look across the water and you see that little haze. I don't know, it's just a feeling of it.
It's the best time of year to fish, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree. It's an early spring. I like early spring.
Yeah, the early spring's good. March.
I like
late
them transition months.
Yeah. Catch the fish in between. Hey.
Oh, look at you jump out of the way.
I know. We got all these rods out here, and I'm standing right up on your head.
Use the whole time.
Yeah. Hey, that's cute.
Hey, look at that. That's a Taylorsville giant.
That is. That is. That's a Taylorsville special.
That's pretty bad, Trenton. And I got excited. That's the bad part about it. Old school bait right now, an old Terminator spinnerbait. It's my little Taylorsville Lake special right there. Actually, it's my fall special.
Yeah, and I got my accent buzzbait, little finesse spin, or finesse buzzbait. Black one. I think black's about the best in the fall, throwing
I do too.
the buzz bait.
I like the fall.
Me too, it's my
Moving bait time of year.
power fishing, what I like to call it.
A lot of fishing shallow water, up on the flats, back of the creeks, last thirds of the creeks. And then another one. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. Trenton said, I'm going to catch one.
Hey,
Start
caught
telling
me
stories.
one.
Now look, you better hold that up because you're making a bass fishing show.
Look how big that thing is, Mark.
Long arm it as long as you can.
There you go.
Now you're making TV.
There you go.
Now you got it.
Give him a little kiss.
This segment was brought to you by Jinko Fishing. It's all about the action. This segment is brought to you by Denali Rods, tournament tested, tournament tough. One thing about this lake though, on a real note, is it's a lake that, like many small local lakes, you know, it sits outside of the big city, being in Louisville. You know, so you got a high population of folks around it. It's only what, 3,500,
3,200 acres,
is that
something
what
like
it is?
that. I think
Okay,
so.
3,000 plus acres. It's heavily fished all the time. So puts a lot of pressure on it, but it's one of them lakes you can still come up, not be
Hey,
far
hold
from home, and you can catch bass like this. Look at this.
There he is right there.
So, now, you know what happens if I get my jig out, won't you?
We're gonna go to work.
We're gonna go work.
Right there.
You really gonna make me do this. You're just like your father. You always force me back. You always force me back to my grassroots.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with it.
No.
Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. Flipping a little B&L jig.
But this is the real color. Oh, oh, you gonna doubt me?
I ain't gonna doubt you
I'm
none.
gonna say now, hold up now.
I ain't gonna doubt you none. There's one.
I don't catch a ton on spinnerbait, do you?
Man, I've been up here before, like in the back of timber and all that, back on the flat, and I have smoked the whites on it.
Huh. I mean, they hit it, but I don't hook up with a whole lot of them. We're in a minefield of stumps here. I'm hoping with the sun coming up, these shadows will come up and we'll start catching them.
That's what I'm hoping.
Because it's been a little, look at all the bluegills sitting up on top of the water. Problem is we've had a little cold front come through 2 days ago, and now we got high bluebird skies, and that never makes things phenomenally easy.
No.
I actually was working doing this, or landscaping with us, and you went to work for Groves, right? And so you're actually getting into being a lineman, am I correct?
Yep.
And that's what you're doing.
That's what I'm working towards.
Right, and so you know the 811 stuff too well.
Yeah.
But now you say that y'all literally just had an employee.
Well, it was before I got hired on. They were telling me about it, and they were digging a hole to set a pole, and they thought they dug into some concrete. Well, it was conduit for underground primary, and I guess it wasn't marked or something, and he jackhammered through it, and it burnt him up.
Oh my goodness.
He's doing okay though. He's well.
So he ended up being all right.
Yeah, he ended up being all right.
Got lucky there. Still don't like hearing them stories. That's all the more reason to make sure to get the underground utilities located. You know, you just hit all the bullet points when you're out here fishing. Denali rods, 811 messaging. I think you might have been trained.
Yeah, somewhat. Been around it a little while.
And sometimes it stretches.
Damn, I just got that right there. Did you see that? Fish come up and flashed on it. I let it sit there, and he sat there and pulled it down. I fished a little bit in high school, and I fished my senior year, and I played ball my freshman, sophomore, and then my junior year was COVID. But I decided to fish, and me and my brother done fairly well in it, and it was fun doing
real
it
good
with
fishing.
family.
Yeah.
Me, Dad, and Tyler, which of course Dad was our boat captain. That's a good
Oh, look here. Look, Trenton's coming alive. Look at that. Hey, that's a little football. Little football on your little secret weapon there. There you go. Look at you.
Look at him there.
Look at that. You got him on the old jig. Look at that fish.
Healthy fish. These fish are set up here on this wood in real shallow water and about 2 foot of water? About to say we're in?
Yeah, well, we're in 6 right now. That's probably about 2 foot where you at on that stuff?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
They're just cruising around through here and waiting for bait to come by, and they sit there and ambush them.
Hey,
Huh.
I like the way you roll.
Thank you. Are you gonna catch one?
Yeah, sometime or another. Oh,
Got him one. Decent one?
yeah, right down the middle of the ditch. But,
That's a
yeah, you know what that is.
that's a saw guy.
Tall guy.
That's a toothy critter.
Hey, them things, they say them things are great eating.
Never ate one.
No, they say that. I haven't ate them either. Well, you want to eat it? They say them saw guy are real good eating. I think that's a pretty good one too, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Take that home to my mama and let her eat it.
Yeah, she'd eat that up in a heartbeat.
They say they're really good.
It used to be really good here, doing that type of fishing.
So we
Saw
go
guy
down to
fishing.
the river and catch them saugers. And that's a saw guy. It's something, but see how meaty? They're like, remind you of a walleye.
Yeah.
They say them walleyes are real good eating. If you look at the teeth on that thing. That's a saw guy. That's some fangs. Okay, buddy. Go back in there to the lake where you belong. See ya. Hey! Look at that.
There's one.
That's a fishy, all the way on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are off the bottom. Yep. You better make that one look real good on TV,
Giant.
because we're gonna need them.
Hey, that's a Taylorsville special right there. 12-inch fish.
There we
Uh-oh.
go.
Mark's got him one. Yeah.
Here we go. Come here. Hey, look at that.
Doubles.
Hey, we got us a double going now.
Yours is
See,
yours
sometimes
would eat
it's
mine.
just timing.
That's it.
Look at that.
Right there.
Kind of like me and you. See, skinny. Skinny.
Skinny fat. That's
Pebble.
what you're saying.
This segment is brought to you by Rust-Oleum, paint, and so much more. Catching the bait fish now.
Yeah. That's what they're back here eating.
We're gonna see if we can catch some of these fish off this wood and mud back here where they got all these shad bunched up right now.
They got them in herds back here.
And look at them, just everywhere.
Okay.
Oh, here we go, little buzz bait fish here, boys and girls. Look at here. While y'all were playing with rods, I'm catching bassies.
Well, somebody's doing it.
That fish I didn't have to cast comes from my, hey, little fall time largemouth.
Good job.
Got it.
Glad somebody caught it. Oh man, I just got drilled.
Well, that's what happens. See, that's when you talk to me like that, that's what happens.
If this fluoro gets any type of nick in it, you go to set the hook, it'll break.
Fluorocarbon is more sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not as durable. Monofilament stretches and it's a lot tougher, but less sensitive by a lot.
Yeah, by a lot. Lot of.
Did your dad finally start using it?
Yep, he has. I got
Once
him
you
switched
switch,
over.
you can't come back. You
No.
know? It's just a different.
Now I will use mono throwing the Carolina rig.
I use mono throwing top water because
Yeah, I do too.
the fluorocarbon sink.
Yeah, mono will float.
Well, right now we're gonna make a pass back out of this creek. We've had a few fish blow up on a buzz bait. Not much action back here, so we're gonna pull back out here to where these fish are at, and then after that we got another creek that's identical to this down the lake. We're gonna go up and check it out. We're gonna catch just a few buzz bait fish, boys, buzz bait fish.
We talked about it this morning.
Okay. He come and got that old buzz bait.
Yeah, he did.
I'm on a business call and catching fish. See, look, here's how you multitask. This is what happens when you work for yourself. See, you pull your phone out of your pocket and you're talking to the office. Amy, I just want to welcome you to the show today. Oh yeah, I'm catching a fish and talking to you all at the same time. So see, folks, you think you work for yourself, it never goes away. So I'm over here talking to the office right now. All the way up on that mud. I threw up into nothing water. They've been up there just blowing up. I just come around here and, oh, look what I got me.
Got you a
Look,
white.
I got me a white bass.
I wonder
got
if it felt
sucker
so good.
moose. That's what's up there blowing up on the flat. But look, see what got him? The old stinger hook. Old stinger hook. But now let me tell you, you want to take somebody out and have a lot of fun with the kids, come out and catch these whites. Oh my goodness, they are a blast to catch.
They're a lot of fun.
One of them fish, and come out in the fall, get you a little rattle trap or a little bait. That reels real fast through the water, and them whites are up in these shad just eating, and they are a blast to catch for the kids. And heck, they're a blast to catch for me. What are you talking about? I love it. This segment is brought to you by Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. Man, what a beautiful day. You get out here, and that's what I love about the fall. You start out with a good old sweatshirt on in the morning, you come out of it, end up in your t-shirt, and you just stay comfy all day long.
It's the best time of year.
Ain't no doubt. Spring and fall, love it. All right, well, Trenton, we had quite a few little bites back there, caught a few on a buzz bait, catching a few fish, doing what we expect to do today. We really didn't get out any baits different than we've been using.
No, just been going around junk fishing.
We got one more little creek we're gonna go fish before we call it a day and see if we can put just a few more fish in the boat. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Boom. This is probably one of the only banks I've ever went down and caught 2 5-pounders on.
Let's see if we can't do that today.
Right down through here. Boy, you sad. I'm surprised there ain't a bunch back here.
Yeah.
Boy, look how much that flat just silted in.
I know, it's crazy.
There he is. That open piece of wood. All right, we're gonna make this last creek a little fun.
We got baby muskrat right there too.
Where's baby muskrat?
He just ran up in the woods.
Oh. It's like my baby fish, baby muskrat, baby everything in here. Now it's time for your safe digging moment of the week, brought to you by 811. Always remember to call before you dig. Our 811 moment of the week has to be double catching with Trenton. I've known Trenton since he was born, and watching this man grow up into the person he's become fills me with pride. You know, being able to spend a day on the water with your best friend's son is truly something special. Trenton, you know what they say, every day's got an end.
Every day of fishing's got to come to an end.
Unfortunately, it's always my worst part.
Yeah, I know it.
I don't ever want to go home.
I don't either.
But, well, youngin', it's been fun.
I've had a blast today.
It's fun to get out on a home body of water.
I know.
I've never, like I said, I've never come up here bass fishing and filming up here. With it being right out my back door, I've always come up crappie fishing and get to come up here with you. Well, I think we've shared a whole lot of stories today.
Yeah, we have.
We've caught a few fish. This truthfully is how Taylorsville fishes. I mean,
It
you
is.
just got to come up here, grind it out. You catch a few good fish throughout the day, and along with some little ones. And well, hey, it's 10 minutes from the house, and
I've had fun
good
today.
time. So, all right, bub.
We've had a blast. Oh.
I wish I was that skinny. The direction is brought to you by 811. Know what's below, call before you dig. We would also like to thank these fine partners. Closed captioning is brought to you by USA North. Call 811 before you dig.